I'm going to show you guys what's probably the best XP farm in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This one is faster than pretty much anything I found, but I'll be taking a look at other ones. If I find other ones, I'll post them too. But either way, this one is at Jedah, so it's not very far into the game. You'll get here pretty quickly if you just follow the main story. And you'll get to this point right here. There's a meditation point. Let me sit down. We can get the actual names of these things. So the meditation point is called... Go fast travel. It is the Halls of Ranvel. Now, you'll get this while clearing this area. And from here, we can do an absolutely broken farm. Now, there's multiple steps to this farm. So you're going to stick with me here so I can go through the progression with you. So when you first come here, depending on what level you are, you might only have a normal push. And that's all you got. And you may or may not have the blaster. You'll actually get the blaster after completing this area. So if you want to use the blaster, you can actually do more with the blaster per cycle. But let's start with the base. So the first thing you'll do is you'll only have the basic push. So what you do with the basic push is you'll look down here and you'll try to push these guys off. Those two, and then that one. And then you'll just reset. And at first, this is all you're going to be able to do at a reasonable pace at all. So go here and you'll rest. And then you'll run over here, and I'll do it faster now so you can see. You start spam pushing like that, and then you just run back and rest. And you just do this over and over and over again. Now, I've already gained a ton of skill points, so, you know, if you don't have any skill points, you'll actually get a crazy amount of a skill point every time, but it slows down the more you have. You'll keep doing this until eventually you have enough skill points that you can get some upgrades that make this way better. So, and also the blaster gun comes after this area, and that also helps. So you go to the skills, and what you're going to want here is force. And there's a few things that you're going to want. One thing to get, if you know, is the maximum force increased. These are really nice. These just make it so, you know, there's more leeway if you miss a push on accident. And then the other thing that you're going to want is you're going to want, you're going to have to get wrenching pull in order to get the other things. But then after that, you're going to get radial push, but you're going to get that just so that you can get howling push. Howling push is what you're really after. So it makes it so you can push multiple enemies in a much larger radius with a greater effect when you hold the button. So let me make sure that I've rested. All right. So the normal push is like this. But if you have that perk and you hold it, you do that. So once you have that and you have more energy, and also if you have the blaster too, then we get to do the crazy farm. Okay, now it gets actually really crazy. So it takes a lot of practice to get this just right, but once you do, you can farm really fast. So what you do is you go over to here, and there's an exact thing you need to do. You need to jump down, and then you're going to go for the double jump. Oh, okay, no, don't want that. You're going to jump down and go for the double jump before you hit the ground. Otherwise, when you hit the ground, he'll want to roll forward or he'll stagger because it was such a big fall. And we're trying to land about where his head is. See where my head is? I'm going to kind of paint it right where my head is. Somewhere around there. Maybe right there. You're going to land, and you're going to look at that gunner back there, and you're going to try to push all of them off at once. Then after that, you're going to look at those guys. You're going to aim at the left one if you can, and try to push them off, which will then push those two guys off and maybe some more. Then there's some guys around the corner. We're going to push them off, and then we're going to start using the blaster. Also, you can do a charge shot with the blaster if you hold it, and that's actually really important for something here. All right, so let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to try to do this, and, you know, every now and then you mess it up. If you do, you just reset, and it's fine. You go down, and then double jump, and then push, and then push. Okay, I missed the second push, so now things got really weird. So then you would just reset. So sometimes the targeting with the push can be really weird. Like, sometimes you can be looking at someone, and then he'll just push someone else off to the side. It's really weird. But let me try this again now. All right, let's rest. So you'll just go, and you'll sprint over. You'll jump down. And then you'll push that. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, got that push. But now things are a little weird. Shield guys, you can just blast them. And their shield just pops immediately. And then after that, you can... I can't do it now because I don't have enough shots or it messed up there. But you charge shot the last guy, and that'll break his shield. And then you just spam shot on him. So if things go well, it'll look really crazy. You'll see here. And you see, I've already gained another skill point. I'm already on my way to another skill point. So this is actually crazy fast. So let's do it a few times here. Go for that. All right, that got weird because... All right, that's as good as that's going to get. I would just reset. Don't even bother at this point. And you also jump when going up this to go up faster. But this farm is actually so crazy fast once you get good at it. I think the main reason I'm messing it up right now is because I made the video a few hours after I found it, so I've kind of gotten out of practice with it. But as you do it more and more, you'll eventually get to where you're doing it much more consistently. Okay, that was weird. Oh, okay. Well, super unlucky. I got shot by the laser beam right then. But you get the point. This farm is actually crazy. Now, if you want to do it the lazy way, you don't have to go above and beyond like this. You can actually, once you have the good push, if you want, and you don't feel like putting in the effort, you can just go here, and what you do is you aim down really far. And that'll push those two. Then you back up, look over, and push that guy, and then just reset. You can try. I tried pushing the guys who are further away, but they're just a little bit too far to be able to reach. So you can just do that one over and over again, and that one will be really fast. But if you can get it down to do this one, then it gets crazy. All right, let's see if I can get it just right finally to show you. I had it down really good before I left, but then I went somewhere in real life. All right, that was not perfect. Well, I did it, but I didn't quite do it right because the last guy, I normally supposed to knock off everybody except for one shield guy. If you get the last shield guy, then you'll have just enough blaster ammo to do it, but that was close. Let's give it another go and see if we can get it just right. You can see the more you do it, though, the faster you'll get, and then eventually you just get it to where you just do it perfect every time. So I played with it more to make it a little more consistent. Again, you could just knock these guys over, these three, and then go back and repeat. That's like the easy way. But if you do have all the abilities and you want to go hardcore, land right here, double push, and then push those guys, and then push them again, and then fire at that guy, and then you want to break that shield. God, why are you like this, man? Why is this fucking game like this? It's so fucking annoying. If you want to get more consistent, something you can do is go all the way over here. Land right behind that guy. Oh, fuck. That's not going to work either. So I was playing the more, something you can do to make it a little more consistent is you can jump over to here, and then you can knock all those guys off, although I don't know how that one didn't get knocked off. Okay, game. So I was playing with it some more, and something you can do to make it way more consistent is you can actually jump over to here, land here, go for a double knock on those guys, get over to this angle, try to knock that guy off, double fire that, charge shot that, and then double fire on that. Then bam, perfect. Get all of them, and it's really important to do that if you can, because that last guy gives a crazy amount of XP. But if you do it like that, that's going to be as fast as possible. But again, the lazy way is probably just as fast. Like, you can just go over here and knock over these ones, and then repeat. But I haven't tested which way is faster, but in theory, maybe this way is faster just because you're killing so many more people. But this one is honestly much more inconsistent. Like, you can have things like that happen, so there's pros and cons to both. Honestly, I probably just recommend the lazy way. The lazy way is probably the play, to be honest with you, but it's fun to try to get all of them. So if you're just bored, you just try to get all of them. It's not going to be that much slower or faster, but it's definitely more exciting to do. But otherwise, you just go here, look straight down, basically, and then just spam on that last guy, and then just reset. And it gives a crap ton of XP every time. And yeah, this one's insane. Literally, like, you can do like 3 cycles, 4 cycles a minute or something. It's crazy fast. So if you needed a good XP / skill point farm in this game, this one's gonna be it, guys. Now, just one more time before we close out to make sure you remember where it was. This was the Halls of Ranvel on Jedah. So once you get to that point of the game, you just go here and you do this, and then you can farm skill points insanely fast. So that's it, guys. This is crazy, insane XP farm in Star Wars Jedi Survivor.